I know the debate is hot and heavy, and that's what's on everybody's mind. And what I thought would be fun is to translate the debate into how I hear it in my mind to y'all, right? So the moderator first question was,
earlier today, Iran launched its largest attack yet on Israel, but that attack failed thanks to joint U.S. and Israeli defensive action. President Biden has deployed more than 40,000 U.S. military personnel and assets to that region over the past year to try to prevent a regional war. Iran is weakened, but the U.S. still considers it the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world, and it has drastically reduced the time it would take to develop a nuclear weapon. It is down now to 1 or 2 weeks' time. Governor Walz, if you were the final voice in the Situation Room, would you support or oppose a preemptive strike by Israel on
off. Let's go to the beginning. Like Lil Jon said, don't start no won't be no You can't attack someone, then tell them how to retaliate. That sums it up. He goes into how Iran attacked Israel, and that was the start of it all. Then he says the world is a dangerous place right now. And what we don't need right now is this 80-year-old man talking about crowd sizes. We need a strong black woman to come in here and fix shit like they have been doing. Because you know that black girl magic is all it takes. Period. Okay, he ain't say that last part, but that's how I heard it in my mind. So he said we don't need Trump coming in while things are hot, making shit hotter. People don't like him. They said he shouldn't be allowed to touch the White House with a 10-foot pole. Hell, Vince, even you said he ain't fit for the White House. Harrison been in there, we all the world in this shit, bringing different sides together, while Trump over here playing footsie with dictators like Putin. So then Vince, they asked him the same question. Vince like, I'm about to answer the question, but I need to go into what I rehearsed and put a little distance in between him bringing up what I said about Trump. So let's talk about my family. So then he go and talk about his family. And he like, I'm just like y'all, who parents was on that stuff, and my grandma had to raise me, and we had food stamps and shit. I'm so relatable. I served in the Iraq war, so I lived the dream where I'm starting from the bottom, now I'm here. And I want to tell y'all, if you put Trump back in the White House, the American people could live that same dream, because he struggled and he had to endure. Wait, never mind. I want to convince y'all, if you get Trump back in the White House, y'all can live the American dream of starting from the bottom. Now we're here, like Trump never had to do. Now on to the question was,
but wait, there's more.
Talk about Trump again. And when he was president, how he had the country shaking in their boots, and they wouldn't dare step out of line with Daddy Trump in office. Kamala gave Iran money, and they're using that to buy weapons to use against Israel and maybe one day the U.S. So Trump made them too scared to do that. Now, what was the question again? I got caught up in talking about Trump. Oh yeah, the preemptive strike. And would I support? I believe I had to talk in circles long enough so people won't realize that, yes, I agree with Walz. And it's saying what he said, which is we support Israel. So, Walz, you got something to say? Walz like, he keep talking about Trump when Trump was in office, but leaving shit out. So let's get this straight. Iran is closer to having a nuke because of Trump. He didn't scare shit. The U.S. and our allies had Iran boxed in a corner where they couldn't make nuke, but Trump pulled the program. Now Iran had no restrictions and could make nukes all willy-nilly. Iran shot down an American aircraft while Trump was in office, and he ain't do shit but tweet. And you had the audacity to say the other nations were scared of him. That he's gonna post something bad about them on Twitter. JD, please. Iran had missiles fall by our soldiers, causing dramatic brain injuries. And Trump was like, shake it off, it's just a headache. Trump is wishy-washy, and all the countries know it. We need steady leadership. Moderator come in like, JD, no cap. The U.S. did have a diplomatic deal with Iran to pause making nukes, and your boy did exit that deal. And now about a week ago, he's saying the U.S. must make a diplomatic deal with Iran. because the consequences are impossible. It's JD like, first off, I'm gonna talk about something nobody said and say diplomacy is not a bad word. Moderators, you just said Iran is closer than they ever been to nukes. And whilst you trying to blame Trump, I'm going to ignore what y'all both said. When Trump was actually the president, he pulled the deal that stopped Iran from making nukes. And what I want to say is about Kamala, who is not the president, is not the one who put the deal, but let's focus on her anyway, because I ain't got nowhere else out this damn question. So let's go to October the 7th, when Iran attacked Israel and Kamala was in charge. So Trump can tweet all he want, because he wasn't in charge when the consequences of his decisions hit the fan. The moderator's like, he's not going to answer the question, so let's just move on to the next one. Laura, what you got? And that's how the end of the first question. If y'all want me to translate the second question, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think.